8:11 with more on the surprise resignation of CIA Director David Petraeus after he admitted to an extramarital affair. This morning, we're learning more about the woman at the center of the scandal. NBC's White House correspondent Kristen Welker has more. Kristen, good morning to you.
Savannah, good morning to you. Paula Broadwell is a married mother of two who lives in North Carolina with her family. According to her book, she first met General David Petraeus in 2006 when he spoke to her graduate class at Harvard. Soon thereafter, she was with him on the battlefield writing his biography. Petraeus' aides say they never imagined that later something more would develop. Paula Broadwell has never hesitated to talk about the connection she felt to General David Petraeus right off the bat.
I was fascinated with this individual.
Just a few weeks ago, she described one of her first interactions with him at an alumni gathering at the University of Denver.
I started to write this dissertation and had unprecedented access, in part because I was a West Pointer, he was a West Pointer, but also because we were both runners. Our first interview in person was on a run.
Broadwell soon turned her dissertation into a biography about Petraeus entitled All In, which came out earlier this year. On MSNBC's Morning Joe, she said his role as director of the CIA was the perfect fit.
And I have sources who've confirmed it. He absolutely loves the agency, and I think it's a great place for him. And I try to show in the book how well prepared he was for that.
Broadwell has had a distinguished career, a research associate at Harvard University's Center for Public Leadership. She has prestigious degrees from the United States Military Academy at West Point and Harvard's Kennedy School of Government, and she has more than a decade of military service.
My initial impression was that she was a very confident, sharp woman.
Peter Mansour first encountered Broadwell in 2009 when he was General Petraeus' executive officer in Iraq. He says Broadwell, who described herself as a soccer mom, was not shy about her ambitions.
Maybe a little bit calculating, certainly very aggressive and very ambitious. She used her contacts with General Petraeus and her writings about him to gain entree into the Washington media circles.
Circles like the Aspen Institute, where Broadwell talked about her unprecedented access.
I was embedded with General Petraeus in Afghanistan.
Petraeus' friends and former aides say the extramarital relationship began once he became director of the CIA and lasted less than a year.
He would be the last person in the world that I would suspect would engage in this sort of activity.
Since this story broke, Broadwell has kept a low profile, but continues to be at the center of a very public firestorm. Now, Broadwell was scheduled to celebrate her 40th birthday this past Saturday, but on Friday, those who were invited say they got an email from her husband saying the event had been canceled. We've reached out to Broadwell and to General Petraeus, but have not heard back. Savannah.
All right, Kristen Welker in Washington, thank you.